delegates. I'm Carlos Perez, and this is TeleMUNDO, delivering breaking news to you since 1989. We're following disturbing reports out of Yemen, where the Houthi militia announced the capture of 14 Saudi Arabian soldiers and 1 American civilian in an ambush on an attempted raid by the Saudis. As of now, we know 2 Saudis are dead, as well as 6 Houthis. The American is currently being detained. No doubt, this will inflame the situation in Sana'a, as protesters have taken to the streets against the Saudi airstrikes, including one that killed 40 last Monday. We have a breaking story in East Jerusalem, where 3 Palestinians have killed 2 Israelis and injured another. Israeli police responded and killed the attackers within moments. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu immediately blamed the Palestinian Authority, stating that Mahmoud Abbas has encouraged the attacks. Abbas responded by saying the Israeli occupation has created a climate which he cannot control. Moving to Syria, where a ceasefire is only days old, President Assad has said he will do his part to ensure its success. However, there have been several unconfirmed reports of ceasefire violations, and TeleMUNDO has received news from inside the Kremlin that President Putin is looking to build a new airfield in northern Syria, right on the Turkish border. But thus far, the ceasefire appears to be working, with major armed conflicts momentarily curbed. And in Jordan, the Syrian refugee crisis has intensified to the breaking point. Now 4 years into the civil war, the Zatari refugee camp now has more than 80,000 refugees. Jordan is currently housing more than 600,000 refugees within its borders, where King Abdullah has said that the crisis is at a boiling point. The crisis has also led to a strained relationship with Europe, as pushback towards accepting refugees has increased pressure on leaders who fear an increase in refugees will exacerbate the economic crisis in the Eurozone. Nationalist groups in Greece, Germany, and other countries have stated they refuse to take on more refugees, which can lead to an uptick in terrorist attacks within their borders. Speaking of nationalist groups, it was Super Tuesday in the United States 2 days ago, where businessman Donald Trump won 7 of the 11 Republican primaries. TeleMundo's Juan Don has the story live at Trump campaign headquarters in New York City.
That's right, Carlos. The Republican Party had literally one job to do, and they proved yet again inept. I spoke with one establishment Republican whose sole response was, "Oh my God, I can't believe this is actually happening. Please God, wake me from this nightmare." As we quickly approach March 15th, in a cruel sense of irony, it appears that the only candidates capable of ending a Trump nomination are Latin American Senators Ted Cruz and Marco Rubio. In a recent interview with former Mexican President Vicente Fox, who was adamant that Mexico will not finance a wall on the border, Trump had this in response.
We're going to build the wall. And yesterday, the top person, President of Mexico, said, "We will never, ever pay for that wall." And the press called me up, and they said Calderon, the head man, top person, he said he won't pay. He won't pay for it. And you know what I said? I said, the wall just got 10 feet higher. That's right.
With Hillary Clinton's very successful Super Tuesday, it appears that we are headed for a Trump versus Clinton matchup for the November 8th general election. Reporting live in New York City from Trump headquarters, Juan Don, TeleMUNDO.
Thanks, Juan. That's all for now, delegates. We'll update you as these stories develop or whenever news breaks. I'm Carlos Perez, and thanks for watching TeleMUNDO.